coming up on the tail end of our time here in Ocean Falls, so we've moved back to our favorite spot here on the water, and it's been just dumping rain for the past like 4 days. Today there's finally a break in the rain. There's one more ocean adventure that we really have to fit in. But can you believe, like friggin' clockwork, we come outside, starts raining. Got my can of gasoline, ready to go boating. This has been an awesome camp spot because you have to go right through town to get to the dock. It's offered the opportunity to meet and interact with a lot more of the locals. Had a nice little visit today, and just like that, it's not even raining anymore. The boat is exactly as full of water as I thought it would be. Trying to bail it out, but the mail plane just came in and I haven't got to see it yet, so we're gonna cruise over there with all this water. It's a radical plane because it's basically a boat with wings. And what I call the boat launch is actually the plane ramp. So the plane lands here and then it can actually pull itself up the ramp, and we're gonna see it fire up and do the whole thing in reverse. Oh yeah. I'm guessing this is gonna be very windy. Look at this thing. Incredible. It's so fast. Back to the coolness of this camp spot, though it's hard to trump the coolness of that plane, but it's so convenient. I can take the bike, go get the boat, fill the boat with supplies, and then come here and drop it off in camp. Much easier than trying to transport everything on the e-bike. Got the supplies, got the co-pilot. Time to go pull traps and go on an adventure. We threw these traps in yesterday in quite a bad squall. We were in a huge rush. This one is maximum length. Look at that, the rope is pulled tight on it. Let's see if Emmy can reach it.
Small one.
One small one. Ruh-roh. Trap number 2. And we don't have very high hopes for any of these because both of them were put in hastily yesterday. The third one still doesn't have bait in it, so it's just sitting down there. And we've extended our stay for an extra week, and all of the crab bait came in this cooler. It was good for about a week and a half, but it's been sitting for over a week without ice, and it is rancid. I can hardly believe it.
Oh, keeper, yes.
Well, as long as they're male.
They look small, but they probably a keeper.
Maybe just barely. One. And that's the smallest one, so we have 2 more as long as they're male.
I thought it's a biggie, but it's not biggie.
It's not that big, but it's big enough. And unfortunately,
Female? Oh.
female.
Okay.
Everybody look away. I'm about to go elbow deep in rancid chicken. Oh, it's bad. Oh, I can feel it.
Don't breathe.
I'm not breathing. Not gonna lie to you, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to keep it together there. Just about threw up everywhere, but we have 2 dungees for dinner tonight. Just getting here to today's adventure destination. We're just before the junction of the main channel and Cousins Inlet. And can you believe, hidden in and amongst the bush here is a whole bunch of cabins. From what I understand, these are all like summer cabins, but it almost feels like a boat accessible only suburb of Ocean Falls. There's a couple here that are still in pretty good shape. The rest are completely collapsed. You can see there was one here, just a pile of wood now. I think we're gonna start at that far end and work our way along. See if we can find every one of these things. We can see one on either side of this slide. There's one hidden in there, one there, one right here, and I'm guessing this is gonna be the last one. Coming up on cabin number 1. Beautiful little cabin with bright blue trim. Good delivery. All right. Here we go. Cabin number 1. Crazy. So far beyond salvage. Same as the cabins at Link Lake. As far as I know, these are all on lease land. And once the lease is expired, they're non-renewable, non-transferable. So there's just nothing that can really be done out here with the cabins that are left. I just love that old trim. Bright blue. Starting to get an understanding of the amount of moisture that happens all year round here. Look, everything has a layer of mold or algae or some kind of thing. But it looks like what's happened is the walls have actually fallen down below the floor. You can see there's one floor joist going through there, and then this is the level of the floor halfway up the door now. This entire section of wall has just fallen off the end. They had one little room up there in the attic. That's cool. I guess that's going to be our closest look at what the cabin once looked like. Pink paint, bright blue trim. Just love it. Look at this captaining job over here. Not paying any attention at all. I'm walking around like a peasant. One ticket for the cabin cruise. Get out of here, would you? Cabin number 2. And what an exceptional location. Nice little beach out front. Oh yeah. For the most part, looks good underneath. Relatively dry. Some monster trees for support. I think the reason this whole thing is leaned over to the side is because there's a couple trees on top of it. That floor is so rotten, there's just no way I'm gonna be walking around in there. There's a tree that's fallen and gone right through the roof of this thing. What a shame. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Could that floor support me? I think it could. Will it? Well, I guess we're officially gonna find out. I'm in here. Nice and easy. I just love this room out front. That's what happens. As soon as you allow moisture in, I mean, like a tree falling on the roof is pretty unpreventable, but even a door open or a window open, as soon as you let that moisture in, everything rots. Look at this, is all relatively good condition. Right there where that moisture was getting in, there is nothing left. Check this out. Pacific Mills Limited, something store, Ocean Falls, BC. That's really cool. I kind of thought this was going to be cabin number 3. Maybe it is, but maybe also just an outhouse. No, I think this was a cabin. I can see a hint of a bed frame sticking out there. The way that Mother Nature takes over again is pretty incredible. All the rain softens the wood, crumples it down to the forest floor, then decomposition sets in, and without consistent attention, this is what happens. All right, let's go find cabin number 4. There's one. My dad's been into Ocean Falls a couple times for the fishing derby back in the day, and he was mentioning a cabin that was just missed by the slide. I'm guessing this is probably the one he's referring to. And cabin number 4. I'd say this is probably the smallest of them all. It has a full river running underneath it. And somehow it's still kind of standing. The smell of rot coming out of this one is overpowering. Holy smokes. This thing is flattened. Got some nice angel wing mushrooms here though. I came over here thinking that I could see another cabin deeper in the trees. I think it's just really big, thick trees. Just walking along the shoreline here, can you believe I found remnants of an old boardwalk. Oh, wow. So there's what's left of cabin number 6. Absolutely nothing. Coming up on number 7. and I am sweating. I'm curious, this was obviously felled before the cabin was here. I wonder if they could have milled some of that to build this thing. Oh, there is too. I wonder if I'll be able to get in from the other side. I noticed that this still has a complete chimney on it. Usually the wood stove is the first thing to get scooped. This has an old school cook stove right there. But there you have it. Cabin number 7. Absolute write-off. Keep trying to make my way to an accessible point on the shoreline to hop in the boat, but these cabins are packed in here like city lots. Cabin number 8. Looks like it was a nice yellow one. Nothing left. That's a small little cooktop stove, like half size. And this looks like maybe it was a furnace, just not quite sure. Listen to that. There is a large amount of water flowing directly underneath this thing. I can't remember if we're at cabin number 8 or 9. I think this is number 8. Now, how the heck does something like this happen? There's a big hole in the back of this thing. Yeah, before the water was in there, this thing was in good shape. Well loved and used by the looks of it. As far as I know, there's only a couple of these in anything that even resembles usable condition. This is one of them, and it stays in somewhat usable condition because it's locked. But I'm happy to say, I've made friends with some incredible locals, and I happen to have the key. Wow, this is a really beautiful little cabin. Still has the stove. I can see that the roof needs some attention really, really quickly. I know a lot of these cabins, they leave in usable condition for emergency situations. So this has kind of just basic supplies, things like that. Some dog treats because you just never know. Oh, kippers. That's my favorite snack. They don't have my favorite flavor though. Got some mystery canned goods here. Looks like could have been plums. Possibly. I love these wood stairs. Something a little bit odd is happening here. Downstairs, the floor is wet and actively dripping. Upstairs is dry. Yeah. I didn't expect so much stuff to be in here. A little bit spooky. It's hard to imagine all those other cabins we saw today could have once looked something like this. Just beautiful and cozy. And where the heck is this water coming from? Got a bag of charts. Everything you need to light a fire. Some kindling even, and some dry cedar. The old house is shifted and settled so much that the lock almost doesn't latch anymore, but I got her all locked up. Geez, this deck is sketched to the max. This cute little cabin here, you can see from, oh, this is not the one. There must be two red cabins, because when we were coming in on the boat, I could see one sitting kind of kiltered off to the side. Just looking adorable. But I don't think it was this one. Let's hop in the boat and see if we can find it. The hardest part is just getting in past the tree line. Once you're in, you're good to go. But it's pretty thick there. So this is the cabin you can see from the water that's tilted over. But now that we're close, I can see it's actually just the back of what was once a larger cabin. The whole front of it is just fallen right off, crumpled up into nothing. Big old stove. You probably can't tell, but this is leaning very far forwards and very far to the side. I'd like to just take a peek upstairs. Oh my goodness. Just slid from the stairs to the door. Beautiful little cabin. Did not enjoy being in there. This looks like bamboo. Is that possible? Thinking back to time in Japan, I don't remember if bamboo has leaves. But this looks exactly like bamboo. I like that cabin. I think this is cabin number 11. I can't remember for sure. But this is the coolest looking one, in my opinion. I've heard it's still in pretty good condition, but things have been stolen out of it. But it's sitting up there on stilts, just barely peeking out of the forest. Arigato! Oh yeah. Holy smokes, it's way higher than I thought it was. I thought this was gonna be maybe like 6 to 10 feet. That thing's like 20 feet in the air. Before we go in this cabin, let's take a look at this, what appears to be an extremely luxury outhouse. Not as luxury as the outhouse at lot 32, I'll tell you that much. But look at this thing. It is too. That's awesome. Wow. A poo with a view. All right. Look at that, it had gutters and everything. And from what I can tell, it's standing super strong. Nice and straight. Everything underneath it looks great. And I'll tell you the problem right off the bat, because the locals have already told me too. Somebody came and took the wood stove out of here. Used to be there, and now it's just this chimney letting water in. Wow, quite a lot of water on the table there too, so I'm guessing the roof needs some attention. Oof, that floor feels spongy. This door looks like it's come out of a ship. I can hear the floor cracking, so I'm not going to go out here much, but look at how beautiful this is. On a nice rainy day, this would be the ultimate spot. A little bit of fungus art there. I'll tell you, the coolest part about this cabin is the art coming out of here. I can see where that water's coming in. And I see someone's kind of tried to cover the chimney, so that's good. But I'll tell you, without a whole lot of work, this could be salvageable. New floor, new roof. And you're laughing. Now begins the process of seeing if there's fish here. Emmy has been just slaying the cutthroat, has not caught a single fish out of the ocean this year. This is what we're gonna be trying. There's a ton. Oh, there it is. Well, it's not a keeper, but I'll tell you what it is. It's a fish, and that's what counts. Oh, keep going. Nope. We're into a real fish here. Might be a full-on halibut. No way to know for sure. It's still on. I can see it. I can see the ocean floor is lifting right now. Well, he ran out of steam. Oh! Oh, yeah! Let the weight off it. Let the weight off it. Let the weight off. Whoa! Yeah! Absolute tank. Look at that. Well, of course, the GoPro ran out of batteries just as we were pulling up a mystery lunker, but nevertheless, Destination Adventure Train has pulled into Fish Town. Just caught myself a real nice tank. Check it out! Oh my goodness. Look at this thing. This is a cabezon. Very good to eat, but this size is gonna have no meat on it. What the heck? What is it?
Don't touch it.
So you'd think this is a plant, but it really looks like some type of tentacle. What the heck is this? What's going on with this thing? This end looks like a plant. This end.
Looks like an octopus.
Yeah. Oh, it's nasty.
Please don't touch it.
This one's not very big, though.
No?
No.
Can't think of a better way to finish a good day of exploring than with a good bit of fishing. Ended up with a couple keepers, a couple releasers, and even a couple mysteries. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Destination Adventure, everybody. As always, take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Looking for something that's never been found. Oh, the heart rings true. So there it is shining just for me, sliding up the road. We keep on waiting for love to come home. Woo! In this life, time takes away